Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Tammy K with Girlfriend Talk Podcast. Welcome back. We got another great show for you. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the ladies.
It's your girl Juju.
Just ask.
Table.
Hey y'all.
Hey, what's
what's
going
up,
on, Tammy K?
How y'all doing today? How y'all doing?
Good.
Peachy.
Good.
I'll bet you over there teaching.
Friend, why you so peachy? What's up?
Man, I'm just happy.
Just happy.
I'm
That's
just
good.
happy.
That's that euphoria. Okay, cousin. I mean, Juju, look.
All right. The
I need to
happy
get my
news.
wine. I gotta get my wine next time.
Yeah.
It's over there, back over there somewhere. I would tell them
Yeah.
kids to come get it, but you know how that go. How was y'all week? I ain't seen y'all since last week. How y'all doing?
Week before last.
Can't
Oh, you did the
complain.
week before last.
Yeah.
Can't complain over here.
Yeah,
No.
it's been doing, today only Tuesday.
Mm,
Yeah.
the weekend.
Testimony Tuesday.
Right. Y'all got anything to testify about? What y'all got?
Only thing I can say is these prices, this inflation that's going on, it's giving me the flux.
I
You know,
got
sitting up here
an
trying to find a
affirmation.
car. They want to sit up here and charge $20,000 for 1992. I'm like, hold on now.
I
What
know
you
you
trying
lying.
What you trying to get?
I mean, I don't know, but my car was totaled.
Oh,
So,
right. You did mention something
yeah,
like
so
that.
I'm just
Oh,
trying to get something to pay off because I don't want a car note right now.
right. I
But
get it. I
I'm
get
like,
it.
I might as well.
Yeah,
And
because
damn that, I went and bought a bag of ice the weekend, and one bag of ice was $3.18.
I would have been like, can I just post some in this cup?
right. Let me get 4 cubes. Let me get 4 cubes. No, I was at Walmart the other day and I was just getting some vegetable oil and they check your receipt if you don't have it in the bag. So I'm walking out. The greeter was like, "Man, you see how the price go?" I'm like, "Yeah, this used to be like 4.88 or something like that. Now it's 7 because I bought a big one. It was 7.82. I'm like,
Dang.
this
You
is
better,
this
you
is
better start using the air fryer, Tammy K.
I, I'm trying to told y'all, for my egg rolls. Go check out Egg Rolling with Tammy K on your IG, Facebook, IG, and TikTok. If y'all looking for some egg rolls, go check me
Egg
out.
rolls
It's
hit.
delish.
I'm gonna
It's
thank
delicious.
you. I think I'm gonna start offering using the air fryer too for more healthier options
Yeah.
for people as well. And I'm changing up some of my seasonings for lower sodium as well. So that's going to be something I'm gonna be offering as well too. Me being on the journey that
That's
I have to
good.
be on. So trying to look out for people too or whatever. But I'm glad everybody's doing good. We got to pray about these inflation prices. Thank God that nobody is struggling or anything like that. That we're able to keep up with that. So that's a blessing. But we're
Yeah.
gonna kick it over to Table with when do you? When do you, Table?
Girl, when do you tell your in-laws to run in front of traffic? And what I'm saying is, let me tell y'all, this is what I meant by this. Because you can argue, you don't see eye to eye. You might have them in-laws that tell you, you arguing back and forth. You just can't see eye to eye. It's just no hope in your relationship. Till I get to the point, I'm like, shit, run on in the middle of 20 at 5 o'clock traffic jam. Do me a favor. I'm sick of you. Because I ain't going nowhere. So, I mean, when do you tell your in-law? When do you get to that point where you just tell them just jump in front of traffic? Or do you get to that point?
Well, I've gotten to that point, but assistant producers, it's my husband.
Watch out now.
You was,
I'm
I
just gonna
mean,
pray.
I don't know if I would, and I don't think you mean that literally.
Shit. Speak for yourself.
Well,
Speak for yourself.
But I mean, I would just say that if you do have a problem with your in-laws, hopefully you all can, talk about it and figure it out. That's the adult thing to do.
It is.
But I know for a lot of people, sometimes you don't have that in those relationships, which is sad, but I mean, that's the only advice, I can give. I've never had that issue, so I can't say. Even with my boyfriend's family, we all cool over here. It's a mutual respect, and I think that if anybody ever got out of pocket, he would definitely say something with respect, of course, but I don't have those issues, so.
Ain't you just the perfect just ass?
You know what I'm saying? You know what
Oh,
I'm
it
saying?
ain't perfect over here
Look,
neither.
both of our producers, close your ears. But you
We ain't gonna tell
know,
nobody. Go ahead, girl.
man, I've been married for 22 years, and I'm about that tired. You know what I'm saying? But I have to have respect, because that's how I grew up. Respecting our elders, and yeah, I won't specifically say, you know, jumping out in traffic. I've thought about it, but I won't specifically say that. I just pray for her. She's a lady of um, a lot of attitude, and says what she wants to say. And I
You
just,
what you talking about the in-law or you? Which one? I'm confused.
in-law, in-law.
Oh,
When
okay.
do you tell your in-law? I'm talking about my in-law, my mother-in-law. My father-in-law, he cool. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been married for 22 years, it's just there's no, I don't have like other boyfriends, moms, and stuff like that everybody else could say, oh yeah, I was cool with them. I think like when I was younger than 18, because I got married at 18, I probably had like two mothers that I met of my ex-boyfriends, and they was all cool. It's just this one.
So how do you deal with it? How do you deal with her? Do you keep your distance, or have
You
you
know,
ever have you ever had to check her? Not get to the point of go running traffic, but have you ever had to check her?
Yeah, yeah. It was actually recently I did have to check her because she's in the I don't want to do this. It's all about me. And yeah, I had to say something. It was sent respectfully, but I did have to say something because I think I have allowed her to step on me multiple times over and over and over again. And 22 years worth, it's about time that I say something. And I was tired of him, saying something or not saying something. So it was just about that time that I have to say, hey, you know, I could still wait. You just be with your son, and you be with my and your grandkids. I could still wait. I got plenty of family and friends that love me. Okay. So I found something else to do. But I don't want that relationship the relationship that me and her don't have to affect her kids or her grandkids relationship, because I'm not that selfish. So I know how
And
to just stay away.
a lot of people don't know how to manage that. They're like, okay, it's either me and my wife or you get nothing at all. So that's good that you're able to balance that as well. I got along with my ex's mothers. I haven't had any problem with anybody that I know of. So I haven't had any bad experiences. But I'm in this group on Facebook. I'm not sure how I'm in the marriage club. Maybe, for when I get there, but I'm in every group on Facebook. I don't know. But I see a lot of people go through that, and they be like, well, I didn't marry that you. I married my husband, or I married my wife, so I'm not going to deal with you, this, that, and the other. So I wish everybody the best, but I understand how people can take you there. They try to talk down to you, but we all adults, so we're grown now.
Right.
So if you disrespect me, I'm not a disrespectful person, but I'm gonna put you in check. I'm gonna let you know
Mhm.
what it is eventually, because sometimes I don't like confrontation. So I'm more of a okay, but then once I get this, I'm gonna have to let you know. And you definitely ain't gonna like me after that. So because I'm real nice until I'm not. So I
Ain't
get
no
it.
killer, but don't push me.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch the nice ones. So you gotta watch the nice ones
Yeah.
because we hold it in, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that's what you wanted, but you learn to respect. But I get it. Just if you gotta stay away, stay away. Go ahead, Juju. What she was gonna say?
I've heard about that too. I have a friend that called her mother-in-law mother in love, and I'm like, dang, I got the monster-in-law. I mean, that's kind of like wow, because I never experienced it that mother in love type, and I'm
Mhm.
usually people like me, so that's kind of strange. I guess I took her son from her.
But like 22 years,
And
baby, that's
yeah,
over with.
yeah, yeah.
Figure it out. Like that's her loss. She missing out on a great person. So,
Yeah.
oh well, we got you.
Thanks, boo.
Table, you got anything else to go with that, or because I know you said
Girl,
something
y'all
different.
sound so. I mean, I don't want to get on because that's some. I throw mine in the middle. She can be standing on a white line, and I just push her out there. I'm just saying. And that's my ex. But like and you know what? I don't have that many mother-in-laws. Like everybody loves me, everybody love my mom or whatever. But I did have that one that I'm like, and it just got to a point till I'm just to the fact, he used to be on the phone and he'd be like, "Oh, when she died," and I just jump up out my sleep. Who, your mom? And that's something. Hey, he's still working on me. I'm just saying, I'm being honest. This honest topic, So I'm leaning to
Lord.
grow like y'all. Talk the situation out because I'm at the point I don't argue back and forth. I'm not trying to sit down and make you understand because some mothers just don't want to let go. They still want to have that
Yeah,
role, thinking they can. Even though you married to my son, I'm still the first lady, and I'm like, no, that's not how it happened
yeah.
up in here. When we said our vows, I became the first lady. You need to step back.
Right.
So, some of them is not used to that. Some of them is not, easy to let go. And I have a son and I pray that I don't be that monster-in-law. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, other than that, Tay-Boo good because I done got rid of the monster-in-law in the son. And I'm good.
Everybody must go. Okay, then.
Yeah.
She
Yes.
said she killed two birds with one
Yeah.
stone.
I
I
guess
push both of
so.
them in traffic. Yes.
Everybody in traffic.
Man. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap that up. We'll look forward to that on our next show. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into our topic today. Should men pay all of the bills?
Mm.
Hell yeah.
Now, I feel like it's many layers to that because should you expect your boyfriend to pay all the bills? Should you expect your husband to pay all the bills? So I think it's a
Yeah.
Mm, I don't know. Like, I feel like if we're married, I don't think the man should pay all the bills. I don't think so. Just in the times that we're living in. It's not, I don't think it's every household can afford to do something like that. So I'm thinking about, financial wise or whatever, because everything is going up. So I feel like to me, if I was married, I would say I would want my husband maybe to pay the mortgage and stuff like that. And I'll pay the household bills. I'm okay with that. Some people feel like if you got a boyfriend or whatever, he should pay for everything and this and that. So let me just get your opinion. Should men pay all the bills?
I mean, if
Well,
I think if you're a housewife, yeah, and he can afford the bills by himself, I say go. He needs to pay all the bills, especially when you taking care of home. But like you said, the way that it is today, it requires both people to be able to be in the household. Sorry, it takes both people to be able to maintain a household. I should say. So, yeah. I mean, it just depends. Just like you said. Now, should my boyfriend, if I had a boyfriend, would I tell him to pay the bills? No, unless he's spending the night, every day, or they're like half of the time. Yeah, you paying half of the bills. I'm not about to do it by myself.
Right.
So,
I think for me, I do feel well. If let's start with the boyfriend, right? Because I have a boyfriend and he's over here all the time, so he do give me money on bills. He don't split my rent with me because if I want him to go, I have the option for him to go. Like I can kick him out, and I have my moments where I want to, and maybe I have a few times. So I don't expect him to go half of me on my rent, but the other stuff like the electricity and the whatever other utility bills I pay, yeah, because you're over here and you're using those, and even though you're staying, you have your own place, but for me, I feel like, again, it's my place. So if I want you to leave, that's what you have to do. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're not on no lease. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to pay half my rent and then I kick you out and then you ask me, to run you your money back. Cause I ain't doing that. So, and I think fair is fair. So, like I say, he helps with groceries. He helps with me with my utilities, and if I did need the money, which I don't, of course he, would be there for me. Now, when it comes to a husband and a wife, for me, I don't mind it being 50-50 because I have it. So it don't matter to me if you want 50-50 or if you want to pay, let's say, I don't know, like the rent or the mortgage and I pay all the utilities, like we could split it up there. However, but if you just want to split it straight down the middle, I mean, I'm okay with that. And then I also think it could be about the income that each person is bringing in. So if he's bringing
that's
in a
true
little
too.
bit less or a lot less, then that would probably have to be a bigger discussion to see what that will look like. But if you bringing in what I'm bringing in or more, then like I said, if you want to do 50-50, I have no problem with that. Now, I think that what Juju said, I mean, if you're a housewife, then I mean, you can't pay no bills because you
Right.
ain't got no income coming in. So he's gonna be paying all that bills. But I think as a housewife and you doing all that work, that is work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I know people who like stay at home moms who they wish they could work because it's like they want to get
Exactly.
out the house and
Hmm.
they love their kids, but they need a break. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes even working for them it is their break, to a degree. So I think like to Tammy K's point earlier, there are layers to it, and I also think it's whatever works for your relationship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But just ask, I'm gonna say this real quick, if he is there through the whole month, I feel like if the man is there through the whole month, and then you kick him out, say like on the 30th, and he got 30 days of payment that he have to pay. He can't have half, so start making him pay at the end of the month. See how that's gonna work out.
And I get what you're saying, but it's like if you already paying big rent somewhere else, then to me, I don't agree. If you're already paying rent somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? But because the utilities and stuff, that's not that much money. It really isn't. You know what I'm saying? But going half on somebody's rent and depending on what their rent is, my rent is pretty high. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So you paying two rents. You know what I'm saying? And so to me, I feel like it don't work for my relationship if you're paying
Mhm.
rent somewhere else. But these utilities and this grocery bill, yeah, you're gonna be, hitting that because again, that's not a lot that's coming out of your pocket, But again, that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, she's so thoughtful. I love just ask. We gonna prorate your rent, okay?
You see?
You funny.
I think this on a scenario if you were, living together.
Mhm.
Just say you both have a home and you building together, married or not married or whatever, and you in the same household. That's where the question come in at. Will should the man pay all the bill? Now, on me, I never been blessed with that opportunity before because I always been self independent. I'm always, you know, I have the mind frame as if I never want to depend on a man, because most women is not as strong minded. They will actually, a man, just say for instance, a man go pay all her bills, and she allow that, because she has no finance responsibilities, and he go out there and do what he want to do, mess around or whatever. Guess what? She allow him to do that because her mind frame is, who gonna pay the bills now? And I never want to be that person. I want to be in a situation where, if hey homeboy, if I got to go out there and get me another place, or if I got to take care of my bills, I'm able to do that myself. But then if you're gonna stay here, yes. If you're gonna lay here, you ain't laying for free. You ain't gonna lay nowhere else for free. So yes, of course you will have to contribute. I'm not gonna expect him to take all the bills. That's selfish of me, because then I don't want to be laying there for free taking advantage. Because you got to bring pull it weight for each other. And that's how your income work for each other. That's how you guys can expand instead of being selfish. I do see some being selfish, want to keep their money and want the other person to go broke, and that don't work for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying too, Table. That's how I am. Like I've lived, well, somebody lived with me. I've never had the opportunity to live with somebody else, but somebody lived with me, and it was a long time ago. So I think we might have split the bills or whatever the case may be. But now, where I'm at now, I will want, if we're living together, I think I would want the man to like pay the mortgage, and I'll take care of the household bills, no problem, because I'm used to paying everything, so it's not a problem. And like you said, I think being independent, it's like you don't want to never want nobody to say, well, I did this for you, I did that for you. But in the softer version of that's what I'm trying to be now, I'm trying to be softer. I want my man to, take care of the things, but knowing that I still got his back though. I got your back with the household things and stuff like that. So I think
Yeah,
it definitely,
you pay where you lay, baby. You pay where
yeah.
you lay.
Yeah.
But so just a quick, if it was, because even though we're still talking about men, like if we're going to the man's house, like if y'all wasn't living together, just ask, would you pay some of his bills since you
Um,
over there, or how do you feel about that?
Probably not.
Come on,
Okay.
Candy Cake. Come on. You know what?
What you
That
say?
makes
You
sense
gotta
with
pay the
no.
And
rent.
I say that now. I'll probably have put a little bit of food in the refrigerator, but I say no just because I got my own place and I'll just stay where I'm at. So if you choose to spend the night over here, and if you now don't get me wrong, do I enjoy his company? Of course, you know what I'm saying, because it can be a little bit lonely. But I also feel like I'm not gonna be paying no extra bills if I got my own place personally. So I'm just gonna go home.
Yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think a man, I don't know. I would think that the man that I be with would be uncomfortable with me saying, here you go on the mortgage or the light bill. I'm like that, like, nigga.
But we
Are you
always
for
say
real?
we want we this and we that.
And
So
we want equal rights.
people gonna try to switch you around like, oh, you would take his money, but and I feel like most men will be like, no, I'm cool.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I really do feel like that, unless
Mm.
like I said, today is a different ball game.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I understand that, I'm not against that, but most men would not ask. Like me, I'm petty. My son father don't even live with me, and I'd be like, so can you pay my mortgage or no?
Right.
No. Think about it, process it, taking care of your child and whatnot. That's just me. I'm petty. But I think yeah, most men wouldn't even ask you for anything. But
Yeah.
like I said, what one bedroom's being 2,500 around here nowadays. It's real wild out here. It's
Yeah.
very wild.
Real
So
wild.
I think,
Mhm.
and some women, you'll see on social media, this, that, and the other, like, my man got to do to my man. And it's like, I think that gives them a sense of whatever, but it's like, y'all can help. It's okay. It's not
Yeah,
gonna
Yeah.
kill me
but
to
it
help,
goes back.
but
You know what? Let me tell you, about 60% of the time when you meet a man, what they do, they sell you these dreams. They tell you what they can do for you. And then, I spend the night, spend the night bag, my bag in the corner. I ain't got a drawer, buddy. Don't ask me to put up on nothing. Because I grab my spend the night bag and go to my own house. Now, if I was staying there, practically to moved in, got my makeup bag on the counter, got my own drawer or whatever like that, I might write a little note or put some in the envelope, say, hey.
She got one drawer.
One drawer.
she had people.
But I got my spend the night bag, so that don't supposed to cost nothing. Love don't cost a thing.
but
And
how would you know, really? How would you know?
Maybe I sit there and put some on the light bill, and then you have another bitch laying up in there. Somebody gonna be in the dog before morning. I'm coming cutting all electricity off in your house. Don't play with me like that. No, I'm not paying your bill. Then you over there whining and dining somebody with my lights. Yeah, I think like that. If I pay the light bill for the month of May, I'm staying the whole month of May.
That's why I said prorate.
Yep, I'm getting my whole light bill out. Don't judge me, just ask. I'm just letting you know.
No judgment over here. No judgment over here.
But when we go to a man's house, we probably done bought some groceries. We cooking over there. We bringing something to the table. We not just laying up and whatever. We're trying to, we done cooked you meals and all of that stuff. So
that's because we want them to eat later on.
I'm only bringing wine.
There go me. I got a whole pot roast. I got my crock pot. I mean, what you trying to do, Big Daddy? Because I ain't got no money for you. You're going to eat this roast. You're going to eat this roast, though, okay?
That's right.
I'm going to bring the wine, and I'm going to bring, the dessert later.
I'm going to bring all of this.
I'm going to bring all of it.
That's right. That's right.
You ain't going to be hungry.
Okay. We're going to have all types of stuff to eat on.
That's right.
Man.
Look, how that let me cater to you in the background.
Yep.
Soon as you step in our door, hey, so you got something on the red? Because you had just put your big toe in here. So
you've been
for 5 minutes. I mean, lights ain't free.
Yup. You used my washing machine yesterday. What you got?
Oh my goodness. And that's another thing. Like, I wash my clothes at my boyfriend's house. I sure do. Not all of them, because sometimes I really just go because I don't have a washer and dryer in my place, which sucks. But I'm not paying nothing. No. No. And people probably think it's a double standard, but I don't care.
Just like that. Boom.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, look. At the end of the day, I have a little tradition in me. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like as a man, kind of what I don't know if Taboo said it or Tammy K said it, but I just feel like as a man, you just shouldn't fix your mouth to ask me certain stuff.
Yeah,
that's just how I feel.
Right.
Now, if you don't have it, then we probably wouldn't be together anyway. But I'm just saying. Now, if you don't have it, then, or if something came up, I don't mind helping out. I really don't. Mind helping out. But at the end of the day, I just feel like, yeah, I got my own bills, and I'll just go home.
See, that's the thing. That's what the topic was getting off, because we're looking at two different places. Mm-hmm. I think the topic is, when you're together in one household, should the man pay all the bills?
True.
But
if we sharing a home, then no. I think that it should be equal. Therefore, we can expand. We can have more. It's more with two in a household, because I've been single a long time, and it's hard on one person alone. But imagine how much you can have when two people contribute to the household. And that's
Yeah.
the way I look at it. So I think that you can have much more and joy. And everybody always holler, money is not everything. You a lie. You not gonna be happy in a relationship broke. I ain't never seen a broke bitch happy.
Man.
Well, let me ask you, Juju, because you married, and just share whatever you feel comfortable with sharing. But is it split 50-50?
No, I don't make as much. Look, now this is what he pays. He pays the mortgage and the car note, and I think I could. My car note, his paid off, but I think I can handle the rest. But
That's fair.
with the change, a little change left over. But no, I definitely won't be able to split it in half because I mean he makes way more than me.
Mhm.
I wish he would. I don't know what we'll do. As
But 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 you've been married for
Oh,
22
right here.
years. You've been married for 22 years. Has it always been like this? Had you ever had to pay half or anything like that? It's always been the same the whole time.
It's
Cuz
always been.
y'all didn't start off making that amount of money. He ain't start off making what he's making now. So when y'all 18, 19, 20, or whatever the case may be, when y'all first started living together, how was it then? Was it still the same?
No, I mean, because it was at a point in time when it's like I know how to manage the bills. So like
Mhm.
he was the only one working, but I knew how to manage it. And so even though he not making as much as he was making, as he's making now back then, it's still that I was able to manage to where I could say, okay, we're gonna pay on this day, we paying this on this day, and I stayed home for a year.
Mhm.
You
Okay, we
know,
got somebody say, pay your man bills so he can work on his mixtape.
Man, let me tell you, that's somebody. Tell him tell that somebody. There's no more
Well, that's
mixtape.
a
He's
look,
showing his age now.
Oh my
right.
God.
Who the hell
That's
said
leisure
that?
Wait a
time.
minute. Hey, okay, I ain't gonna call you out, sir. But he will be here shortly. You just stand by with that foolishness. You got too much dip on your chip, sir. Hell to the gnaw. You better mix that shit on your free time. Money is to be made.
You better be doing the mixtape at work. At
What?
work. Okay.
But going back to that question, I will, if so, I will pay half, but I get it from his account to pay that other half. I
Okay.
mean,
Okay.
let me go into his
That,
account,
that
pay this
that's
other half,
okay.
because we won.
Well, you don't want half for this bedroom. You don't want to put in half. I got to put in all the work, so it depends on what you mean about half. We equal around the board. So I ain't, you ain't putting in half on this dude. So don't ask me half on the rent. I'm not.
Yeah, I really feel like I ain't gonna say it's the man's job, but I feel like as being the provider,
Right.
provide this household and
Yeah.
the major things that we need. And as being a wife, I'm your helpmate, so I'm gonna help you with the smaller bills and run the household.
Right.
So
Right.
I think it evens out or whatever. So
Mhm.
Right. Right.
I don't think it's nothing ever 50-50 in a relationship.
right, no,
No,
mm-mm.
But
it's not.
I do have someone. I know someone that is going through the same thing. If she's paying, most of the bills. If she's paying most of the bills, she's gonna be looking at him like you can't say nothing. Cause I pay, I wear the pants. You don't wear the pants,
Oh wow.
and I can see that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm doing it. This is your role. You're supposed to at least be paying, I don't think it should be 50-50, but I do think that, when your mate need help, that's when you come in, but I
Mhm.
think that he should foot most of those bills, period.
Yeah. Because I
You
think
know,
we make up for it by taking care of the household. Because all nine
exactly.
times out of 10, all they doing is coming in after work. You
Exactly.
coming in. That's
Yep.
and I'm not saying all men, because I know a lot of great men, and I know whatever works for somebody household don't work for everybody else. So
Right.
I ain't knocking nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different things. Some women prefer to do everything in the house and they man pay the bills, and some
Mhm.
people like to go 50-50. But like you said, I don't think anything is ever 50-50. Somebody always do some more somewhere in some capacity.
Yeah.
So I think, basically whatever works for your household or whatever. But as for me, when I get married, like I said, I want my man to pay the bills, but I got your back. And,
Right.
you know,
Right.
I definitely will have your back, because, and what Juju just said, I don't know, like with the person, the woman paying all the bills, do you know how she feel? Because I honestly, that would make me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
It really was, but circumstances, things happen, people lose their jobs. So this is why you're a helpmate, because you're helping. But
Right.
at the same time, the respect, sometimes you like, dang, like,
Don't put your hand in this pot. You ain't bad nothing.
None.
I, I,
Well,
it's,
I
I'm
mean, because we'll be
guilty.
saying some smart stuff.
I'm
Every
guilty. I
remark will
have been
be
in that
really
situation
smart, you
because
know?
I just had a low life that just didn't want to do nothing. It ain't that he couldn't work. He just didn't want to work. So I was the breadwinner all around the board. So I had it, and it took a toll on me. So I had to let that go because of the simple fact I refuse to play both roles. If that's the case, I can be alone. So
Mm.
that's why I say I can't experience. I never had the pleasure of where I actually had someone to even meet me halfway across the board. I know he out there for me. Hey, future man. Hey, boo. But until then, you got to have the mindset as if some go down. Can I, walk away, financially stable and able to take care of
Yeah.
me?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
work hard for it too, though. So
Period, boo.
Okay, come
No,
on.
Period,
I mean
boo.
Yeah.
sometimes even if you think that you work hard, your mortgage, the property tax may go up or any of that. Things happen, and then you looking at it like, oh, okay, let me go buy this new, Tesla or something like that. So all this money because you able to afford it with him, you're putting on, you tacking that on, and then when he leave, you just like, dang, I got all these bills and all of this and all of that, that you have to pay. But I do believe, like, you know, when I'm in this, if I was, Lord forbid, in a situation like that, I may not be able to afford all this, but I can afford something, so I
Right,
am able to walk away, so.
right,
but I think that's also your choice to do more than what you. For me, I wouldn't do
Mhm.
more than what I know I couldn't do on my own, and that's just real talk. You know what I'm
But
saying?
then
So
you'll
at
see that
that
when
point,
you get married. When you get
right?
married and y'all start wanting to get things, he wants to get things, you want to get things, you will start seeing that, you everything is piling up because you never go into a marriage thinking, hey, one person
right,
gonna pay this bill. You don't go into a marriage like that. You go to a marriage wholeheartedly, and whatever he set his mind and his heart on, you should be by his side, and vice versa, as long as it don't go over the means of both of you guys' income. But once
right,
but if it just hit one of y'all or whatever, and like you said, like I'm saying, it's like there's so many aspects of it. You want a mansion, or you want this type of car. Y'all doing this together, but Tay Boo said in early on, if anything, like, or was it you, that if anything happened, or he get up and leave or whatever, you are responsible for that, especially if y'all both are on the house, the cars and all that good stuff. But I just feel like, you don't go into a marriage thinking, hey, y'all going into a marriage forever, and y'all thinking that, y'all can be able to have all the everything that you guys want, not knowing that something may come and affect one of you guys.
And I get that, and but I also, like my mom always told me, you can never say where you're going, you can only say where you've
Yeah,
been.
that's
And
true.
so at the end of the day, only thing I know me to a degree, you know what I'm saying? I'm growing every day, but I do feel like I handle money well, and I also feel like um, um, of course, going into a marriage, you never think that that or you never want it to end, right? I mean, you never know, but of course, that's not what you're looking for by any means. However, for me, I just feel like that's what I probably would do is spend what I know that I would be able to afford, whether if this person decides to walk out or we decide to end our marriage or not. And again, I can't say I would do that for certain. I'm just saying that, because I've been on my own for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? And so because I've been on my own for a very long time, then for me, I just know how I would do things based on me being on my own. I've been very independent on my own, like since I was 19 years old, and so for me, I just feel like I'm not going to take on something that I know I couldn't afford on my own. But that's just me. And again, maybe that will change if I got married. I don't know, but that's how I feel now.
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've been, like you said, I've been on my own since I was 18, and I'm used to doing everything myself. So it's like whether I got you, if I don't, I'm still going. I'm cool, but I feel like I'm at a point in my life where but like Table said, I've never had that opportunity of having somebody fully not take care of me, but take care of the bills, take care of everything, and let me relax in my femininity, if I said that right. But that's what I think about now, and is I'm older now. But again, I can handle it all without anybody or whatever because I'm used to that. And I think some men get comfortable in that aspect too. Like you did it before me, so why should I? Some men have that mentality too. But it's like if you're the husband, you're the provider. Provide,
Well, I
provide.
do. I think I think you probably have somebody can put in a different aspect. Do you have a guest or something that you can bring on here to help us out with this?
You know what? Yeah, we're gonna get Jeff on here. We're gonna get
Yeah.
a man's perspective on what he think. Hey, Jeff. Hey,
Hey, how you
Hey,
doing?
welcome.
Jeff.
Hey, how
Welcome.
everybody doing?
We
We
good.
good.
I'm
We
good.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, you driving? You better keep your eyes on the prize, bro.
Well, no, I pulled over for this.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I was just
He
leaving
got
to pay
something to
these off.
say.
So,
Don't be running over no in-laws and shit.
hey, I was trying to take care of a couple of them for you.
Thank you.
Alright.
Okay, Jeff. So you thanks for joining us. The topic, you heard it. What's your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Um, Me personally, I don't care one way or the other. I'm more of it's just one pot kind of guy. So whatever I bring in goes into the pot. I'm not materialistic, so I don't shop or anything like that, or you know, spend a lot of money. So I just throw it in the pot, pay the bills, whatever left after that, whatever, I don't care. But as far as the topic goes, I just think it depends on the relationship. Um, I think the most important thing is to actually have that conversation and not just go in with an expectation, because that can build resentment, um,
Mhm.
and a lot of other problems that you don't want to deal with. I know women that don't want a man to pay everything because they don't want the man to hold that kind of power over them.
Right.
I know, men and women that do 50-50. I've worked with guys where they would work all the overtime and make all this money to take care of the house while their um, girlfriend was in school. And then they would be like, well, I'm putting in my 2 weeks, my girl graduated nursing. She just got her job. So now it's time for me to go to school. So I think if there's like a common goal, or for the relationship, for the individuals, you know, you just got to do what works for those two people. Because I mean, I've had, a woman approach me like, hey, you know, a man should pay all the bills. So what you think about that? And I've had, people want to go 50-50, and then I had it where, you know, it's one pot. So it just depends on the people, the goals that you have individually, that you have together, the vision that you have for the relationship. Because I mean, I wouldn't do it for somebody I'm just randomly dating. I'm not paying your bills. Like, you can go to your house, that's fine. I'll go to my house. You
Right.
know.
Yeah.
But if it's starting to get serious, I mean, hopefully this conversation that came up before it get to that point. But if it's getting serious, then, you know, if I'm with the right person, I don't mind just, I'll pay everything. You know, if you trying to start a business, go do it. If you trying to go to school, go do it. I mean, I have my own business, so, you know, I don't have to rely on her to really, unless, you know, everything just kind of falls apart. But I don't have to rely on her to like hold me down or anything like that with her money. Like, so I have the business, you know, I make, you know, decent money off the contracts that I paint. If you want to start your business, do it. If you want to go to school, do it. But don't ask me to pay all the bills and then you just sit around the house, you
Right.
know, bumming out. Because, you know, I have a daughter. I don't want somebody else's daughter. I'll take care of my daughter, you know,
Yep.
as far as that goes. But if you, even if you just want to be a homemaker, that's fine. Let's have that conversation. But, you know, don't get an attitude if you have to clean up. Of course, I'll help because that's how I am. And it's certain things I do believe stay traditional. Like, I'll always take out the trash. I'll always fix whatever breaks, regardless of how long I work or how tired I am. Um, I'll help with the dishes and stuff like that. But, you know, I don't want to come in, you know, 5 days out of a week, and 4 of those days you just chilling and ain't nothing changed. Because I've had that happen.
Right.
So,
Mm.
Yeah.
No,
you know, I
Jeff, you would have
just,
a pot roast. You would have a pot roast when you come in the house, Jeff. You hear me?
What you
Pot
say,
roast. My God.
baby?
yeah, but I was thinking about this, you know, for the last couple of days. And as far as, like I said, I've known people that was like, hey, you know, my girl just graduated, that whole thing. And one thing I realized, like, not maybe out of my whole adult life, I've maybe seen it happen 6 times. Not a single one of those couples were black couples. And I
Mm.
found that kind of strange. And when I thought about it, I was like, you know, at least from my experience, we're trained not to trust each other. You know, hey man, you know, don't let her take advantage of you. She's a gold digger. You
Yep.
know, her,
Yep.
oh, don't trust that, don't trust no man, handle your own stuff. Where I see, you know, these white couples and these Hispanic couples, like, hey, you go to school, I'll take care of everything. When you're done, I'll go to school or I'll do what I'm gonna do. And
Yep.
it's just kind of sad to see that. And I didn't really think about it until this topic came up.
Mm.
So I
That's a good
think it's
point.
just I think it's just important to have a real honest conversation, set your expectations like, hey, you know, this is what I want, this is what I want to do, um, and just see how that fits together because maybe it don't, and you can
Right.
avoid wasting your time, you know. So that's kind of how what I think about it.
Jeff,
That's
you
a
going
good
on
point.
you going on tour with this message, Jeff?
I
Because
know,
the
right?
people
This
need to
touched
hear
me.
you.
And
The
the
people
only
need to
tour
hear
I'm
you.
going is to my house and to the bed. That's where I'm going.
Uh,
That
that,
was
that was
that
deep,
was
Jeff. That was
Yeah.
yeah,
deep.
that was
Yeah.
excellent. You hit it on the head. You hit it on the head. That was awesome. And then that last part about the race. And sometimes with the Mexicans or whites or whatever, they don't even be married. And they still,
Yeah,
oh,
Yeah.
my girlfriend is going to school, so I'm doing this and yeah.
yeah. Every
Yeah,
one of them was
absolutely.
not a single one of them was married. Every one of them was like my girlfriend.
Mm.
But they lived together, you know. But they was like, yeah, you know, I'll work, you know, the 12 hours, the or whatever.
And
Jeff.
yeah, I think that will make their relationship
Yeah,
last. Then they both expand and get what they want, and they don't
yeah,
walk away. It make their relationship stronger because hey, I didn't put in too much blood, sweat, and tears to hold on to the relationship to let it go. So that's
right,
why you end up seeing them married so X amount of time, or they can vacation and retire at an early age because they working as a team, as a mate, to make sure that they bring it up instead of like, no, you pay all the bills. I'm paying this.
Mhm.
So that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the point of view saying having that conversation
Right.
prior, because some people just date, end up being together, and then hope for the best. It's like, we're getting older. Well, whatever. It shouldn't even matter the age. But if you're going into something with somebody, we should be having those foundation questions as well. And a lot of people don't do that. It's just you're going off of expectation. And then when they don't meet your expectation, now it's a problem. So you definitely hit it on the head with the communication and having those talks. Like,
Yeah.
definitely makes a difference. And seeing what page somebody is on. Because even in the beginning, sometimes you may not be on the same page, but you may have that common goal. Like, this is what I want, like you said, with businesses. You might want to do your business. Okay, you go to school, I'll work. And then vice versa. I don't see a problem with that either, because we both put in the work for that end goal of being together, having the businesses, and then having people work for us too. So we might both be at home. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's very important.
Yeah, Jeff got me rebuilding my resume. Go ahead.
Yeah. It was that was good, and you still put it as to each his own, and you've been in different situations and stuff like that. So it definitely depends on the household, but you put it very well. Thank you so much. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks for having me. It was a good time. Y'all didn't like my comment earlier, though. Y'all was kind of
I'm excited. All right. Okay, now, Jeff. I don't know.
That's what our anonymous. That was Jeff left the comment. Let that man make a mixtape. Then come over here and give us a Martin Luther King speech.
Yeah, Jeff, how old are you? Mixtape thing. I need to know your age.
Right. Then come on here. The whole totally person. Who typed that up for him? Because it wasn't you.
Yeah, I'm reading it also. I seen Steve Harvey say on his show one time.
That was funny because Jeff, you almost got it with that one. You ain't making no mixtape. You better go in the garage and get shit on your spare time.
Okay. Well, that's all we got. Thank you so much again, Jeff, for joining us. We really appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and kick it back to Just Ask to take us on out.
Well, ladies, it was another great show, and as always, love hearing from you all. If anyone out there has a topic that they would like for us to discuss, you can always hit us up on our Facebook page at Girlfriend Talk Podcast. That's it for today, and see you next time.
Check out my pic, I'm flying this bitch. Check out my whip, we start the shit. Watch on my clips, you need to like, share, subscribe to this. Who is this chick? Damn, she thick. She rolling her hips, she playing this shit. Twerk it, watch it dip. You need to like, share, subscribe to this. Check out my pic, I'm flying this bitch. Check out my whip.